Okay, I'm back to the oval, about to hit week 3. First workout, the run on Tuesday, oh no, Wednesday today. Wednesday, already kind of like midweek, but finished off the longer run on Monday, so feeling good now, back to it. And today we've got a drop set, so 4.4 kilometers total. So 1 kilometer warm up, and then we've got 1 kilometer at 4 minutes and 45, 800 meters at 4:40, 600 and 4:30, 400, 4:30, 200 and 4:20. So this is going to be pretty tough, but I think doable. I think the 1 kilometer at 4:45 is the one that's kind of scaring me the most, but yeah, we've also got 90 seconds of rest between, so that should be all good. So about to get this workout in. Let's start the program for this week and get running. And there's the run done. That was pretty tough. So the pacing still not on. So like, for example, if I was supposed to be at 4:45 then 4:40, I was at like 4:51 then 4:43, and it's a little bit, it's not like exactly on, it's probably not that far off, but yeah, constantly during one of the intervals I just couldn't get the right speed. I was too slow, and then too fast, and then too slow. I usually did find out that I did start off the runs too fast, and then it was at the 4 minutes per kilometer pace, and then adjusted. But yeah, it was good. Actually was the first kilometer, the 4:50, 4:45, actually was pretty decent, pretty easy. But then as I got towards those middle, like 600 meters at 4:30, whatever, that was kind of the tricky part. But gonna do a leg day tomorrow with a friend, and that's probably gonna hurt, and I'll probably out for a couple of days with the legs, but we'll still try to get a run in, because it's probably, I think, yeah, next run 6 kilometer easy run. So we'll just take that easy, conversational pace, just get the movement in, and then a day after that rest, and then finish it off with 8 kilometer long run as well. So 2 long runs, and I just need to keep getting those long runs in, and then that'll just help to build that kind of base at that high, that kind of slower pace, and then it'll make the intervals easier. So I'll be interested to see what my 5k time is right now, but I know there's no point to really rush it. I'm just in for the long haul and just getting the training in, focusing on a bit of weight loss, losing a bit of weight, getting better at running, and then just, yeah, getting used to the intervals and speed sessions. But yeah, really enjoy this, and I just can't get over how awesome it is to have it on the watch. It tells you when to start, tells you when to rest. Amazing. So, and oh, would you look at that? That session, based on the runs, dropped my predicted 5k time down from 22:08 to 22:07. That's 1 second faster. I'll take that. I need all that kind of thing I can get to beat this in 2026. So 1 second faster, let's go. Just finished up with the easy run. So 6 kilometers at like 6 minutes per K pace, and not too bad, but actually did feel pretty hard. Even if I was going pretty slow, heart rate seemed to be pretty high up there. But you know, just good to get the time on the legs, really. So yeah, it's gone all pretty well. I know that I've got a long run tomorrow, which is basically the same conversational pace, 6 minutes per K, but with like a 1 kilometer of mid 4s per K. So that should be good, see how the legs feel after being tired and then getting into it. But I don't imagine it to be too hard, just kind of gotta get it done. But then that's tomorrow, Sunday, last day to get it in. And just, yeah, had a couple of workouts, leg sore, did the runs, different, you know, things going on. So I didn't get the runs in as planned, but getting them done now. So it's interesting. I didn't really think about running as a sport recently or ever, and then kind of yesterday I kind of discovered some, you know, the professional people in Australia have YouTube channels and everything, they're documenting all the journey, and that's really cool to see. It's just like fun to see in the life and how dedicated they are to training. And what I actually thought was pretty interesting was, if you find them on Strava, you can find all their, you know, the runs, all their stuff. And if you just look at their activities day to day, it just looks like they do nothing actually that crazy. So they might be running 10 kilometers, but it might be at like a 4:30 pace. And like, that's obviously good, but it's not like crazy fast. But you look at each day, they do maybe 2 runs a day, or the days changed. It goes from like 5 minutes per K to then 4 minutes per K, 6 minutes, whatever, and they do lots of different training. But when you actually look at their PBs, it might be like a 13-minute 5K, which is insane, like the 3 minutes per kilometer mark. And that kind of just shows that you don't need to train that speed every single session. You just got to build up the base, get the speed sessions in, and then when it's time to perform, you can perform. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to get to. I don't matter too much about these runs being easy, slow. I just know that it's going to take time to build. And then when it's time to perform, I'll be able to do a 5K at a really good pace. So I just kind of noticed that, and that's just very interesting to see and very motivating to kind of follow them on Strava and see what kind of things they do. Nothing special, it's just about putting the work in. So yeah, one more run tomorrow and we'll call it that. Here's a sneak peek of the garden that I'm working on. Just like on the side. Pumpkin, got zucchini, squash, silver beet, tomatoes. Just working on filling this space up with some extra stuff, beans, and just get starting to grow some vegetables. Just a side little project that I'm trying to work on outside of work, business, everything else going on, but it's fun. So this is my gym that I own. I took over this place mid-June 2025, this year, and you know, I've just been trying to come in, keep things the same, improve services, and then just like run it all smoothly, and it is going pretty well. I've got 4 trainers, you know, perfect spot for the rack at the back, perfect spot for group sessions, all the weights there, Olympic weights, and also massive dumbbells as well. So this is the spot. Usually come in here, maybe try to get a session or 2 in a week, but usually just end up sometimes covering for trainers, but that's all good. It's good to meet the members, good to know everyone here. So I was actually just gonna do my pull-ups and my dips here to finish off for the day for 30. And yeah, then I'm gonna go to the grass oval, get a run in for the next run of the program. There we go. It's good little sets of 5 at a time. That's what I need to. There you go. Time to wrap up. About to hit it off with the last run of the week, and this will be the last run to finish off week 3 of the program. So that's gone pretty well, feeling good. I mean, I did a run yesterday because I didn't fit it in earlier, but that was like a 6 kilometer easy run. So now this one's 8 kilometers, and then in the middle of it, after doing 4 easy, do 1 kilometer at a 440k pace, which, you know, I'm keen for, see how it goes, especially on tired legs. Been really motivated, thinking about my goals for 2026, doing a little bit of a year in review right now for 2025, see how everything went, what happened, what went well, what didn't go well. And really, in terms of just the specific goals, my only running goal that I have that I want to do is the sub 20 minute 5K. For me, in the past, I've done like, get a PB in the marathon, but also get a PB in the half marathon, but also get like at least 3 runs in per week. And all these kind of like specific goals that don't really mean much to me and aren't really that very inspirational. So I don't really care if I don't do the 3 runs in a week. So that kind of just pushes off that goal and basically not achieved the whole year. So that's what I'm doing with this one. The goal is sub 20 minutes 5K. That's my goal for next year, my only running goal that I want to work on. I'm excited working through 2026 goals now, trying to find some meaningful goals for me to work on, as always. So keep in touch for that. Might go over in a video in the future. There we go. Just finished the long run, 8 kilometers, and then within that it had a 4 minutes and 40 minute per K. And that was actually pretty damn hard. Like I was feeling good on the easy parts, That's all fine. It still felt pretty tough, even at like 6 minutes per K. But when I got to the 4, I turned around, did the 1 kilometer at the 4:40, and that was actually a struggle. Like I was actually really pushing to keep the pace. I could have kept going longer, of course, if I just pushed through it. But heart rate was like spiked way up. Just felt so unsustainable to continue that. And that's just thinking of what I'm doing currently and this Runna program. If I wasn't following the program, I'd probably be so disheartened. Either way, I would just I would see that effort and see how hard it was, and just kind of in my mind, maybe kind of be pushed off like, maybe this is going to take much longer. Do I actually want to do this? And I always do push through as much as I can. But following a program, I've noticed that I don't really care as long as I do that workout, that's a success. That's a success in my eyes, which is really cool. So yeah, having done that, knowing that I just need to do that. That's all I need to do right now. That's my focus. Just get the workouts done, get the runs in, follow the program, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I can't run 4 minutes per kilometer for 2 kilometers now. It'll get there. And I think that's what I found mostly myself. If I'm following a program, I can just do that as the minimum, and I know that that's okay. But when I'm not following a program and I'm doing a workout program, if I'm not working out every day, I basically just feel like a failure. I'm not tracking things properly. I'm not consistent. If I miss a day, I just kind of think it's all over and it's kind of ruined. So yeah, I think for me, following a program, a huge mentality shift for me to keep on track. And then with this Runna program, that was the last week, the last run of the week. Week 3, done and dusted. So just doing some stretching now. Probably have a rest from running tomorrow, but then Tuesday, get back onto it. 3 runs a week, and for week 4 of the program. So thanks for joining. See you in the next one. If you have any tips, or if you're kind of at this stage as well, what are you doing to kind of improve? Are you following a program? And if you are following me and you've already beaten the 20-minute mark, what were the main things that kind of got you there? Because I know you can just kind of run more, do more stuff, and over time you'll get there, but anything specific, like an extra run per week, an extra long run, just more running in general, different nutrition maybe, just whatever. I'm keen to hear it, so chuck it in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next week.